some of you your nights with us. Oh, there are. So I'm sorry, guys, I have the hosting capabilities. So I'm getting pop-ups that there are people coming in. So I just want to, okay, just let them in quickly. And just so you know, when I get started, if you have questions, you can just drop them in the chat and we can always respond to those questions once we're through. But I must say thank you so much. I'm Nashane King and I am the Business Development Manager with Norwegian Cruise Line. I've been with them for over 6 years, been on quite a few cruises, I must admit. So some of the things that I'll be sharing with you is from my personal experience and what I've experienced on board. Um, More people coming in. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to get started. And the exciting thing is this promotion, this sale that we have going on is exclusively through Expedia Cruises, not .com, only when you book through the franchise. So you cannot leave here and go somewhere else to book this promotion. You're not going to get it. All right. So it's the best time to book. So you have a very short window to put the deposit down. So you just need to know where you want to go and to put the money down. The rest of it, you don't have to worry about it until final payment comes up and your travel advisor, depending on which location you decide to book, will be able to assist you with that. But what is Norwegian and who is Norwegian? And for those of you, as a matter of fact, before I get started, could you just raise your hands for those of you with your cameras on so I can kind of see? Have you sailed with Norwegian before? Perfect. So, guys, this is to say we have some fact checkers in here today. All right. So, I can't even tell you something that is far from the truth because we have people to say, no, that's not the truth. I'm based in Southern California, and guys, it is 84 degrees today. For us, that is hot. I'm by the beach, so that's really hot for us. So bear with me. Now, for Norwegian, we pride ourselves in saying we are the cruise line for everyone because it doesn't matter if you are a solo traveler, if you want to experience the world on your own, or if you want to go as a multi-generational family, for those of you who want to travel with kids or grandkids, or just to have a great family time, or if you just want to experience the Norwegian Haven, which is an exclusive area that caters to you at your beck and call. And I'll talk about that later. But what truly sets Norwegian apart from the other cruise line is that we offer you more inclusions from the drink package to the dining experience, the entertainment, Wi-Fi, and even money towards shore excursion. So it's kind of like your one-stop shop experience when you're sailing with us. Because we unlike the other cruise lines where they keep you have to pay for extra stuff and they cap how much you can drink and how much the drinks cost that you're experiencing. For Norwegian, you don't have to worry about that. It gives you more of a worry-free vacation. So with the NCL difference, right? The unlimited open bar. So for those of you, if you're even going to have two drinks at dinner or while you're lounging at the pool, the open bar works perfectly for you. And for me, when I'm on vacation, I test drive these things. I double fist my drinks because come on, I'm on vacation. Who cares? So you'll see me testing out the drinks at the bar just because it's a part of my job. I want to make sure that the things that we're talking about is actually what you as the customer is experiencing. So we include the drinks and it's premium brand beverages that you get to enjoy. We also, on a 7 day sailing, you get up to 3 specialty dining included. Now think about it, guys. This includes our top-notch steakhouse, and it only costs $20 per dining. to experience that. You cannot go to a steakhouse and enjoy Wagyu steak for $20, and it is only $20 as a part of the Moretzi package. We have the 2-for-1 airfare. It's not for everyone, but I can tell you it's an amazing saving, especially if you're traveling halfway across the world, going to Europe. The prices are absolutely insane when it comes on to airfare. So this is an amazing saving for those of you who want to take advantage of that. We give you $50 towards shore excursion, and this is per excursion. What does this mean for you? You save more money because if you decided you want to experience multiple excursions in a given port, each excursion, we give you a $50 discount on it. So that is an additional saving on top of the savings that you'll be benefiting from when you book with Expedia. We also include the third and the fourth guests for free on select sailings. So if you have especially for the young, the families that are traveling with kids or grandkids, and you don't want to pay for them, but you still want them to have a great time when you're traveling, that works great. And of course, we have the Wi-Fi package. So just so you know, on a 7-day sailing, the drink package that includes premium brand beverages, it's $30 per day. And that includes the gratuities. So you don't have to worry about tipping the bartender every time you order a drink. And I have sailed on other cruise lines. On a 7-day sailing for us, it's only $210. Whereas on the other cruise lines, I can tell you this, their drink package starts around $690. And it does not include premium drinks. If you want premium drinks, your tab gets bigger. So at Norwegian, it is truly a better experience when you're sailing with us. But if you're not drinkers, we do have soda packages that you can buy, and that is something that you can enjoy. And it's great, especially if the kids are there and they want, you want to make sure that they're having a good time. They can run to the bar or to the, they're in the restaurant, whatever they order will also be included. And if you are a coffee drinker and you must have your Starbucks, you can buy the unlimited Starbucks package for the duration of your trip, and it's only $16.50 per day. And let me tell you, this is an amazing saving, because if you are a Starbucks drinker, that's like 2 drinks. If you have like 2 grandes, and the more you add on, the more it costs, right? So this is there for you for those who are coffee drinkers and they must have specialty coffee. This is fantastic. I spoke about the specialty dining, and yes, I'm a foodie. So whenever I am on board, oh my goodness, guys, I test drive everything. Sometimes I pay a little extra to get more meals included, but I want to experience all the restaurant. My personal favorite is the French restaurant Le Bistro, because I just love the decor, it's just elegant, and everything takes you to the middle of Paris, and it's just an amazing dining experience. And that is the unique thing about NCL, is that our restaurants are designed to transport you to those wonderful places throughout the world. So you're not just having a great dining or not just delicious food, but the ambiance that we create, the music, the servers, everything creates that whole experience that you're looking for when you're traveling. And I mentioned the 2-for-1 earlier. Again, speak with your travel advisor and they will look into it for you, make sure it's the right fit, and then you can enjoy those additional savings. Well, with Norwegian, we are the smallest of the 3 major cruise lines. But what I can tell you, and we can proudly brag, is that we have the youngest fleet at sea. Our newest ship, the Norwegian Aqua, we just launched her in April, and she has a sister ship that's coming out next March. And as you look at some of the ships that were built earlier, they have all undergone massive renovation. So you're not just having a great experience on board from dining on the drinks.
It's online.
but you're also having a great experience because the hardware is new and it's fresh and it's inviting. And that is what we allow you to enjoy when you're sailing with us. But the true Norwegian difference is our itineraries. Our itineraries are unbeatable because we pride ourselves on immersive experience. So when we are curating the itineraries, we think about you guys. What is it that you want to experience? Not just getting on board a beautiful new ship, but when we take you to these destinations, what is it that you want? And this is how we curate our itineraries. We have the longest times in port when you look at us versus the other cruise lines. So we spend more times in port. We also have fewer sea days. So for example, you'll find some of our sailings having overnights in different cities. I have done a cruise and I loved it. We overnighted in Egypt. So we didn't just visit Egypt on a day trip. It allows me to go out, experience the pyramids, enjoy a nice cruise down the river, the Nile, and all of these things. So we take all of these different things into consideration when we are putting together our itineraries. So you get to spend more time immersing yourselves and enjoying the destinations. So, like I mentioned earlier, because we cater to different types of travelers, whether you're a solo traveler or you're looking for more spacious and elevated experience, we also have the stateroom types that are designed for that kind of experience. So if you're a solo traveler, the other cruise lines, they'll charge you for two people, even though you're traveling as a single person. Norwegian, that's not the case. Our solo staterooms are not just inside staterooms. We have ocean view staterooms and balcony staterooms for those of you who are traveling by yourselves. You still want to be able to enjoy the ocean and enjoy the waves. You still have that as an option. We have ocean views and club balcony suites. And we also have the Haven, which is where you'll find up to 3 bedroom suites that are available to you. So let's talk about the Haven a little. What exactly is this? This is an exclusive area on the ship. It is more like a ship within a ship. So it is designed for travelers who want more of a small ship experience, but still be able to enjoy the big ship amenities. So it's more personalized. You have the concierge team, you have the butler team that will make sure they take care of your very whim. So if you want turn down service every night, if you want chocolate covered strawberries, or if you like your coffee a certain way every morning, your butler will make sure it is there at a certain time and at the right temperature for you. You have exclusive access to this area. It is so exclusive where on some of our newer ships, you have your own elevators. You don't even mix with the other people on the ship. This is key card access, so only guests who are staying in the Haven has access to the Haven. So this also ensures that you enjoy your privacy and you enjoy all that personalized service that you're paying for. On top of that, if you decided to go outside of the Haven area and enjoy the rest of the ship, you get priority treatment right throughout the ship. So if you go to the club one night, to the disco, and you decided, okay, I need to have a drink, your card is like a gold card. The minute the bartenders see your gold card, they know you're a Haven guest and you get the Haven experience, even when you're outside of the Haven area. If you want to go see the evening shows or whatnot, all of those you have areas that are set up and set aside for you, so you don't have to worry about anything at all. As a matter of fact, it gets so personalized where your butler comes down to the check-in area upon embarkation, and they will even help with your bags to take you up to your suite, help you with the check-in process. So it's truly a highly sophisticated and very personalized experience that you get with the Haven. And who doesn't want to hang out here? Let's be honest. This is the Haven area. This is on one of our new ship. It's very spacious, as you can see on the deck just below the top deck. That's just the balcony area for one of the suites. It wraps around, you have your own private tub, your own chaise lounges. So if you don't want to go into the general area, you don't have to because you have everything to your convenience. Some of these suites are so spacious to the point where you even have a piano in the room. So if in the evening you have a table for six, you're having dinner with your family, and you want to have a nice little music session with your family, that's okay. You have that in the comfort of your suite. So here we have like the main lounge areas for the Haven that you can enjoy. And let's look at it this way. Yes, the Haven is beautiful, but the rest of the staterooms throughout the ship is equally as beautiful. This is a balcony stateroom. This is on one of our newer ships. As you can see, the lighter tones, very spacious. So with our newer ships, as you can see, I've added the square footage on here. Our square footage on our ships are like junior suites on some of our competitors' ships. So you are getting more space even if you're booked in a balcony stateroom outside of the Haven. Look at the bathroom area on our newer ships. This is how the bathrooms are designed. They are very inviting. They feels more like you're at a resort with the longer vanity area, the rainhead showers, and guess what? Two people can fit in the shower if you decided to take a shower together. So these are 11% larger than some of our older built ships to show you just how different they are. And I mentioned the studio earlier, the studio staterooms. This is the top pictures, how those are designed. But one of the unique things about Norwegian and how we set up for solo travelers is the fact that we have a studio lounge. This is an exclusive area for those of you who decide to explore the world by yourselves. Even though you're traveling by yourself, you're not by yourself. This is a general meet and greet session section, that is dedicated just to solo travelers. What does this mean? It's exclusive. People who are not booked in a solo stateroom, they do not have access to this. So you get to meet like-minded travelers who are brave and ready to experience the world. You get to meet them. And when I'm on board, I can tell you, solo travelers meet other solo travelers, and then they become travel partners. And then they start our travel best friends, and they start traveling the world together. And you'll find them booking their trips together, going to different places. But our team that's on board, we have a dedicated team just for solo travelers that will plan activities and games. So you're not going to feel alone, even if you're traveling alone. So I just wanted to point that out. And here we are when it comes on to entertainment. You will never get bored on a Norwegian ship. I would say the hardest thing you'd have to do when you're there is deciding what to do, because we have more entertainment than our competitors. These are some of the theme shows that we have on board. We have Red, White, and British. We have Bring the 90s Back. You have Ignite the Night, and you have the Icons Band. And this is great because showing you some of the shows we have on board, it allows you to pack for that. I love packing for the 90s parties. These are usually very epic, fun parties when you get to dress up in your 90s outfit. So I just wanted to highlight. And of course, you always want to bring a white outfit because we also have a white night, which is usually when we have the glow parties. We have live music on board, comedy shows. We have interactive shows like Deal or No Deal, which is a partnership that we have. So it is the real thing that you're experiencing. We also have other events like, different types of parties, which normally is where you find the disco, which is the after parties. These parties tend to go until like 2 or 3 in the morning for the young and the young at heart. Sometimes I feel very young, so you'll find me up in there at least one night out of my trip just to check it out to see what's going on. And I call this, um, just a part of my job, which I might be on vacation, but I test it out. I still want to see what's going on. If you're traveling with children, however, and I can tell you because I have an 11-year-old, I get to check him in to the kids camp, and the kids camp goes until 11 p.m. So if you're a mom or a dad and you want to have some adults only time, the kids camp will come to your rescue. And let me tell you this, even though the free camp opens until 11 p.m., you do have where you can have nanny service until like 1 a.m. And I've also utilized the nanny service outside of the holidays, like Christmas or New Year's. It's usually around $6 to $7 per hour. Over the holidays, they usually double the rate. But regardless, that is still that's more than a deal. If you want to go hang out and have a good time with newfound friends, this has different activities to keep them entertained and whatnot. So this is a great getaway for you. And the best part about everything that I just mentioned, it won't cost you an extra dollar to enjoy this. All these activities that I just mentioned, they are a part of your cruise fare. So once you're booked, like I told you, this is the closest you're going to get to an all-inclusive at sea because we include it all, from the aqua park to the activities on board. Some of these activities on my screen here are at a nominal fee, like the racetrack, that does come at a nominal fee. But you do have the miniature golf, you have the escape room for the children and all of that you can enjoy. Now let's talk about the ships and some of the destinations, my favorite part. I'm only going to talk about some of the destinations because we go to over 400 different destinations. So this presentation would go on and on and on if I was to talk about all 400. And here we go. So to start off, we depart from 19 ports in North America. We have Seattle, we have Vancouver, we have Whittier, Los Angeles, for those of you who are in Southern California, and even Canadians, come on, we want you guys to come on down. We also have San Diego. San Diego, guys, this is a new port. You have to try it out. San Diego is absolutely beautiful. It's a smaller ship, the Norwegian Jade, that's sailing out of, it's currently sailing in Alaska. And some of those sailings go into La Paz. Not many cruise ships go into La Paz because it's a smaller port, but it's absolutely beautiful going into the Sea of Cortez. And we have, of course, right throughout the US, Philadelphia is another new port that we added earlier this year. We also have Jacksonville, which is a new port that we've added this year. So a lot of ports to choose from when you're looking at just closer to home sailings if you don't want to go across the pond. So let's start with the Caribbean. I'm Jamaican. I'm not sure if you could hear my accent. I can kind of let it come out more if I wanted to. You guys just won't understand me if I start my Jamaican accent more. So our new ship, the Norwegian Aqua, the ship I told you that just came out in April, she is absolutely stunning. I've been working for Norwegian for 6.5 years. So it's not easy to wow me because I've been on so many ships, but the minute I set foot on the ship, it was an absolute wow. I believe we've outdone ourselves. The ship is so beautiful. It has a slightly different look and feel from the traditional design of ships, but it's just how well appointed it is, how spacious even the alleyways are. It is just beautiful. The activities on board the ship, everything about the ship is a wow. So for those of you who want to go experience the Caribbean on a new ship, she sails out of Port Canaveral. And of course, she's finishing up her last few sailings in the Caribbean for this year, and she's making her way to New York. And she'll be doing 5 and 7 day sailings going to Bermuda. And then next year, she comes back later on this year into next year. She'll be sailing from Miami, doing 7 day trips to the more of the Eastern Caribbean or the northeastern parts of the Caribbean. And of course, we have over 68 unique itineraries to the Caribbean and 51 ports of call. And the Caribbean is a place that it doesn't matter how many times you go there, it's just the Caribbean. It's the warmth, it's the people, it's the food, it's just beautiful. So, with that, with over 14 sailings that you can choose from to going to the Caribbean, I must tell you, for example, we just opened up Dominican Republic. We have round trip sailings from Dominican Republic that goes more south in the Caribbean. So if you want to go to places like Barbados or the ABCs, you can sail from DR if you don't want to leave from Miami. And then you get the Dominican Republic experience. We also have Great Stirrup Cay, which I'll be talking about more, which is our private island in the Bahamas that our cruise ships tend to go to. We also have more Western Caribbean sailings from Miami. We have some from Galveston. So out of Galveston, we have the Norwegian Viva, which is one of our new ships. She came out in 2023. Absolutely stunning. This is where the Aqua evolves from. All the beautiful stuff that people loved about the Viva, we put back on the Aqua, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Now, the good thing about the Viva is that it is a destination. The ship itself is a destination going into destinations. So when you look at Galveston and we go to Cozumel and Costa Maya, but the highlight for this itinerary is Harvest Cay. Harvest Cay is a private island that we own in Belize. A lot of people don't realize that when we have Belize on the itinerary that they're going to a private island. But let me tell you, it's absolutely beautiful. As you can see in the top photo up here, if you're a snorkeler or if you're an avid diver, this is the destination for you. And we have day tours that you can go out and over to the barrier reef. We also have day trips going to the mainland, Belize. And when I was younger, I did the parasailing. I was feeling a little bit, I want some thrill. I don't know if I would do it again. I kind of like it. It was so quiet, so peaceful up there, but it was scary too. So for those of you who like a thrill, I would highly recommend doing the parasailing while you're in Belize. Beautiful. We also have another sailing from Galveston, as you can see here, that does more of the Eastern Caribbean, and it stops at our private island in Bahamas. So you're still getting a private island experience, whether you do the Western Caribbean or if you do the Eastern Caribbean. So Norwegian continues to give you more experiences in addition to the inclusions. We also have sailings out of New Orleans, which a lot of people don't realize. So for those of you who want to enjoy New Orleans a little bit and then hop on a cruise ship, this is perfect for you. It also does the Western Caribbean. And I mentioned the Great Stirrup Key. So this is our private island in the Bahamas. It is absolutely beautiful, and we are doing lots of enhancements to her. So what you're seeing here is some of the enhancements that are to come with that oversized pool that you're seeing there. We're going to have lots of activities for you to do. As you can see, the beach, lots of beautiful beaches. And this is what the new look and feel coming up pretty soon, is what you'll be seeing. When you get there, we're putting in a state-of-the-art pier. So when these gorgeous ships that we're building get into port, it's easy access. And of course, as you can see, the pool and the water. So absolutely stunning. So if there are any of you looking to go to the Caribbean anytime later on in the fall into the winter season, then you'll be experiencing the new Great Stirrup Key. So very inviting with lots of loungers and whatnot. However, we have a premium area that is somewhat like the Haven on board the ship. This is called the Silver Cove. And in Silver Cove, what you do get is um, you have these private air-conditioned villas that have full bathroom, they have their own lounges, they have their own restaurant, you have a concierge, so you don't even need to go and get your food. Someone will bring everything to you. So really beautiful. This is more of an elevated experience. You do have the cabanas, you have the loungers, but if you want to take it up a notch, you have those air-conditioned villas. This is great for families. Some of these can fit up to 8 people because we have like 2-bedroom suites. So if you're traveling with your family, it works out so much cheaper from a per person um, per person perspective. Now, the good thing about Great Stirrup Key is that your drink package goes to the island with you. So more drinks, no problem when you're on the island. The bars and everything will still cater to you while you're on the island at no extra cost. Talk about more inclusions. So stay tuned. That private island, if you want to experience it, will be coming pretty soon. It is open right now, but not all those amenities are available. So we are enhancing her. You can still experience her if you're looking for last minute trips, but that elevated experience is coming soon. Well, let's look at Alaska. So for those of you who like a colder vacation versus going to the warm Caribbean, Alaska is ideal for you. This is where you enjoy snow-capped mountains, and you have anywhere from a 7-day round trip Seattle to up to 9 days sailing. We are the first cruise line in Alaska, starting as early as late April, all the way down to October. And you're probably wondering, why would you want to go to Alaska in April? This is when you get to enjoy more of the snow, you get to enjoy more of the wildlife, and who knows, you might just see some what you call it, the lights, the northern lights. Who knows, right? But that is also when you really get, because in the summertime, Alaska get very popular as it gets to the warmer months. So for those of you who don't want to see everybody and all the cruise ships in, then you get to enjoy a quieter side of Alaska. Same thing when you do the last part, like this late September, early October, that is also when you get to see more of the wildlife when they're coming back and whatnot. So don't restrict yourself to just July and August to visit Alaska. You have pretty much a good 6 months time span. And who knows, if you want to go every 2 months, why not? Even better, you get to see Alaska in different ways. We have round trip Seattle on the Bliss, the Encore. We also have the Joy. And of course, we have the Norwegian J that does the one-way sailings north and southbound between Whittier and Vancouver. So these itineraries are great for those of you who want to add on a little bit of land experience. So if you're thinking to enjoy, do like the rail pass and whatnot, or just spend some extra time in Alaska, and your travel advisor can curate all of this for you. I'm just kind of giving you a little bit of idea as to what you can do, but speak with your travel consultant from Expedia, and they will make sure that you get all of these experiences. And of course, Norwegian is the #1 cruise line in Europe. We have lots of departure ports, lots of different ports that we visit. And I must tell you, you get to truly experience it more times in port, fewer sea days. Some sailings have no sea days, depend, especially if you're in the Mediterranean, you're pretty much in port every day. And you truly get to enjoy all of that. We have sailings between Iceland and Greenland. So if you are a cold weather vacationer and you've been to Alaska, you want something a little different, you can experience Greenland and Iceland as a trip. We also have sailings between Reykjavik, Iceland, and Southampton. So you can do a little bit of both. And of course, you have Norway and all of these different locations. We also have the British Isle experience, that if you're looking for that. So again, it's a matter of what you want to experience in Europe, and your travel consultant will help you with this. Now we're hopping over to Hawaii, the Aloha vibe. Now, Norwegian is the only cruise line that sails year-round in Alaska. We do not give you 5 days across the Pacific Ocean to and from. Some cruise lines, they give you 5 days to sail to Hawaii and 5 days back. So that's 10 days at sea. And you only get to see 2 or 3 islands. Now with Norwegian, we only do the islands. So it's a 7-day sailing, and you get to go around the Hawaii, and you would fly in. So we depart from Honolulu, and we have 2 overnights, one in Maui, one in Kauai. So you really get to immerse yourself in the Aloha experience. And so you get 2 full days on those islands that we overnight, and you can truly get to enjoy Hawaii. And I must tell you, this is the most cost-effective way to experience Hawaii. You unpack once, you don't have to worry about getting plane tickets to hop from island to island. And of course, for those of you who have visited Hawaii, you know it's not the cheapest place to be. I remember I was there for my birthday in April, and breakfast was $90. $90 for breakfast. That's for me and my significant other. That's just breakfast. And that was like a basic breakfast. And if you added drinks to that, you're already over $100. And that's just breakfast. So if you were to think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you want to have a nice dinner is going to be around 200-300 in Hawaii. So this is where you truly save when you do a cruise with Norwegian. You don't have to worry about hotel, parking. They charge all kinds of parking fees, all kinds of resort fees. So by the time you're done, you're paying 3 times what it would cost you to take a cruise and have a better experience. So I just wanted to highlight that. I must speak about these sailings. They're right here in my backyard, which is the Norwegian Bliss and the Joy from Los Angeles. These are 5 and 7 day round trip sailings. I must tell you this, we have some amazing rates, especially the sailing out of San Diego. We have rates starting as low as $400 on a 7-day cruise out of San Diego. And who doesn't want an excuse to go to San Diego? I go there for work, and I try to go at least once per week because it is beautiful. The ship leaves from downtown, so you don't even have to worry about anything. And it's a beautiful, walkable downtown. So absolutely gorgeous. I mentioned earlier that the ship goes into La Paz and some of the sailings. So you also get to experience a little bit of the Sea of Cortez when you depart from San Diego. The Jade, even it's a older ship by built year. She was renovated 2 years ago, so you still have a fresh new look on a smaller ship that can go into smaller ports. So let's get into the meat of the matter, what you guys came here for. You wanted to know, how can I go on my cruise and save some money? Well, this is how you do so. We have amazing promotions going on where you can save up to 35% off the cruise. And earlier when I got on the call, I mentioned that we started a promotion today, and I was trying to find the new flyer for this. It is so new, guys. So Cruise First, this is a deposit. It's a non-refundable deposit. If you cancel outside of final payment, that money goes back to an account in the form of a credit. So you don't get the funds back on your credit card, but you get it on an account that you can use with Norwegian at a later date. Typically, the deposit with Norwegian is $250 for two people. So the 150 doubles gives 300, and that's an additional discount you get with NCL. This new promotion that we just kickstarted today, and it is to supplement the discounts that you are getting with Expedia. We upped it from 150 to 250. So if you do 250 as your deposit, we give you an additional $250 off of your cruise. So Norwegian is picking up that extra saving for you. And this is combinable with the savings that you have through Expedia. So if you want to take advantage of the 250 gives 500 in, you have to make sure that you book within the next 3 days. This promotion does not last as long as the Expedia promotion. Now, if you have served in the military, whether in the Canadian military or the US military, Norwegian is the only cruise line that offers a military discount. It's a 10% discount. We verify you through ID.me. It's a one-time verification. So whether you're active or you're a veteran, you get to enjoy an extra 10% on top of everything else that you'll be saving with us today. In addition, we're the only cruise line that offers teachers a discount. So if you're a teacher in any one of these capacities, that your travel advisor will go through that with you. Again, we do a one-time verification, and you get an additional 5% off the cruise fare. So let's look at it this way. If you are a teacher, you get 5%, an additional 5%. You can enjoy the $250 savings through the Cruise First. You're going to enjoy those savings that you're getting through Expedia, and of course, the additional stuff that I'll be adding on. So I told you when I just started, this is the very best time to book. You will not be able to get this again until next year if we decided to run this promotion. So when you book with Expedia, we have free prepaid gratuities for guests 1 and 2. I can tell you this adds up pretty quickly because it's $20 per person per day. So on a 7-day sailing for 2 people, you're saving almost $300 just by reserving your booking within the next 6 days. This is valid on all ships and on all sail dates, 7 nights or longer, starting January 1st. And this is if you are traveling as a part of a group. Now, this is an amazing saving. You must be booking a balcony or higher in order to take advantage of this. And to be honest with you, you definitely want to go with a balcony or higher, because that's when you get to enjoy more inclusions from the more at sea with more dining and all these additional stuff. This is combinable with all the promotions that I mentioned, which includes the BOGO fare and the cruise first. Now, because you guys are here today and I have a little extra money to spend, if you book within the next 6 days, now I'm going to add on something else, but I first want to say if you book anything to the Mexican Riviera, you get to choose any two of these amenities. Chocolate truffles, you can get bottled water, 12-pack water. Yes, in Norwegian, we have water stations. We are a sustainable cruise line, so we try not to do water bottles or too much plastic on board the ship. We've removed almost, most plastics from our ships already. So that is something that we have been doing as much as possible. But when you book, I'll also add on water for you guys. And because you guys are here today, if you're booked in a balcony or higher, you'll get an extra $50 from me just for your time and for deciding to attend, to listen, and to learn about what Norwegian has to offer. All right. So if you're not doing the Mexican Riviera and you decided to go anywhere else starting January 1st onwards, you'll get $50 additional from me. However, if you decided to book to Mexican Riviera, which includes this year, you'll get to choose any two of these amenities and you'll get that added on top of the $50. Okay, good. And with that, I want to play a little video for you. This is our new ship that we're launching next March. Enjoy. She's open for sale. So you can book her for next year onwards. She's coming out in March of 2026. So absolutely beautiful. And that's exactly how the Norwegian Luna looks. Now, one more thing before I turn it back over is just to remind you guys that when you book with Expedia, they are one of our preferred partners and or vice versa, but they're there to give you peace of mind. So you have your consultants who can answer any questions or anything at all. They'll be able to advise you when it comes on to that. They're experts and they're very professional, and that is why they're there. Remember, ChatGPT cannot and give you the kind of service that you're getting from your travel advisor. I just saw something online where this lady tried to plan her trip through ChatGPT, and guess what? She needed some visas. ChatGPT was not aware that she needed visas for a few destinations that she was going to. So when she tried to go on her trip, they denied her boarding because she never had the relevant visas. So this is where your travel advisor comes in, because they will let you know what visas are required. And in some cases, they will even help you to get it. Now, this will help you to save time and money because a lot of them have been on our ships and they have direct access to us where we can provide them with the information like this. So you don't have to spend time to do the research or wondering if you have what is required. It's a one-stop experience. They can help you get everything from insurance, book your trip, set up your flights, and like I mentioned, they'll provide guidance if you need visas for some of these places. So it's a little bit more personalized than what you'll get online and what ChatGPT can offer you. Also, if there's anything that happens or whatnot, they're your advocates. They have direct access to not just myself, but they have access to the upper management where they can go in and advocate for you. And they will always be unbiased because at the end of the day, they want you to come back and book with them. So they are going to be absolutely unbiased and transparent with you so that you can make the right decision when you're going on your vacation. So I highly recommend when you're going to book, talk with your travel advisor, have them help you, but make sure you do it in a timely manner so you can enjoy all these savings. So you're saving almost 300 on the prepaid gratuities. With the cruise first, that's an additional 250. So you're already at 550. And I'm going to top it off with an extra 50 bucks and turn it into a $600 saving with some additional amenities if you're going to Mexican Riviera. So with that, I want to say thank you for your time. Kelly, I'm going to turn it over to you and we can go through the questions that are in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you, No Shane. That was amazing. So wonderful. As always, you do such a great presentation. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the two fisting comment at the beginning. That was awesome. That's a great idea. I hadn't thought of that. It is for work, isn't it?
Yes, it's called quality control testing.
There you go. I love it. um, some great new ships coming out, so that's super exciting. I did do my best, I think, to try and answer as many questions as I could. But maybe we'll just speak to, there's one that I didn't answer about firefighters, first responders, discounts. Uh, they're just asking, what kind of discount is available for that.
So as of right now, it's military and teachers. We are a public company, so we are, the approval process takes a bit longer when it comes on to adding on all these different, you know, areas to offer additional discounts. I did ask, and some of my colleagues did ask. They haven't ruled it out. It's just something that is, they've looked at it. It's just not there yet. So as of right now, it's just the military and the teachers. But stay tuned. As you saw earlier, we have lots of new things coming in the pipeline. So who knows where that is in the pipeline?
Okay. And that was kind of the only one I couldn't quite answer off the top of my head. So is there anyone else that has?
Yes, I'm so happy Marcella brought this up.
Oh,
She's
great.
like, remember there are residence rates too. So yes, so depending on where you live, you can benefit from additional 20% off these sailings, which is combinable. So guys, you're not going to find a better deal than what you're seeing here. So certain locations, do have the residence rate.
Okay, and that's based on where they live, right?
It's really based on where you live.
Okay, great.
So, for example, because San Diego is a new port for us and we are trying to build more awareness into and getting more people to experience the ship, so people who live in that area can enjoy an additional 20% off.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Okay. The $50 additional add-on, that was an onboard credit, correct?
It's onboard credit. So ultimately, any if you choose to do anything extra on board the ship, you won't, that will help to reduce it.
You will use it for sure.
You will definitely use it. If it's even to go to the spa, because we have an amazing spa,
You do.
that will be utilized.
Lovely. All right. Are there any more questions or anyone who felt I didn't quite answer their question the way they wanted?
Any other questions? No?
Great. Well,
Well, go
I
ahead,
want to
sorry.
say thank you again to everyone for waiting for us. I'm so sorry about that. But I appreciate that you stayed and that you got all the information. We love Norwegian. I always tell a lot of my clients who maybe are more used to doing a land product that this is the best cruise line to switch from an all-inclusive to because of all of these promotions that you have, like the more at sea, we're really able to package it a lot like an all-inclusive. And so they really enjoy that aspect of Norwegian. But also, it's such a great experience on board. I've traveled on Norwegian many times, amazing food, great entertainment. I love the size of the stateroom. So you will not be disappointed, I promise. All right. So, there's one more question. Can you recap the Expedia and NCL discounts?
Yes, so for the promotion this week with Expedia and NCL, that is free prepaid gratuities for guest one and two. So that would work out to be $280 because it's typically $20 per day for, so the longer the sailing, of course, the more it will cost. But it's $20 per day. So doesn't matter the length of sailing that you're doing, we will be picking up the service charges for you.
In a
Um,
balcony, correct?
Pardon?
In a balcony stateroom or
It
above?
must be in a balcony stateroom or higher. And for sailing starting January 1st of 2026. In addition to that, we have a 35% promotion going on right now. We also have the Cruise First promotion, which is like a deposit that you can use. It has to be the deposit, the Cruise First, it can only be used in bookings that are outside of the final payment date, which is 120 days or more. And we also have the military and the teachers discount for those of you who are part of those service areas. And of course, I have the $50 onboard credit that I'll be adding on for everyone that booked in, and this is per cabin, I must say. And for those who booked within this promotional period, and of course, for sailings to Mexico on the to the Mexican Riviera, for I'll be doing those items that you can choose from and an additional $50 as well. And this includes the last minute bookings.
Great. So stuff in 2025. Nice. All right. So for those of you sailing this year, you still have some nice things to look forward to from Norwegian. Thank you so much, Noshane.
Thank you and have a great night to everyone. And thanks again for your time. Looking forward to seeing you on board and maybe we can double fist some drinks together.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night.
A great night. Bye bye.